to. How do I know? Oh no. Live. I am live right now. Okay. So let's go back. Honestly, this time, right now, all I want to do is to react to generally. Like, I'm not gonna. This is not a breakdown because I watched the promo, the trailer yesterday, and I was like, this is the coolest, cause they done it so different. The promo is almost like a product reveal from like Bose or some company who's like really invested in making stuff look good instead of like a company that's trying to create something. I mean, the majority of their focus, I imagine, should be on the functionality of this product, right? Like they want the robot to work. But making it look this good, it's almost. I haven't seen any other company to pull this off as well as they have. It's almost like a. I mean, let's just look at it. I watched it on LinkedIn already a couple times. I was really stoked. I mean, look at the feet is incredible. The treads. This is crazy. See, this is obviously done by a professional like motion graphics artist. Like they're showcasing their actuators too. I wonder if it's a custom made actuator made in figure, made at figure. Oh, this was cool too. I don't know why they changed the color. Maybe they just wanted to show the. Dude, the hands. For me personally, the hands are the coolest feature from this. But here's the other thing. Why like how futuristic this character is. The battery is still the same battery you have on your like $200 Android phone. Like, can't we change the battery logo to something more futuristic like the rest of it? Uh, I'm sure I haven't watched the. I know obviously it came out. I haven't watched it entirely. I just looked at some like bits of it at work. But I was trying to not spoil it for myself so I can do like a proper reaction to it. But I did watch a portion of it. Um, I like this sort of. I wonder if this is at their like headquarters. Like they have all the iterations that they went through for different parts. I mean, I wonder if there's anything here that I should react to that wouldn't be in the. Let's just look at the introduction video. I mean, like immediately before even it starts showing anything more, just the fact. I mean, look at the cable management. Like nothing but these two cables. This is already insane to me. And like the silhouette, this is top notch. Like it is so minimal. Like it's really incredible. I wonder if these the sole of the feet is some sort of rubber, like TPU maybe. Um, we will look at all the other like components maybe a bit closer. I will probably have to do like a more in-depth like breakdown of some kind once I know what is really happening here. But I just wanted to like have a quick look at the introduction video. These patterns. Ah, that's so nice. Dude, the hands. See, the only two cables, and keep in mind, like, this would have to, because the battery is up here, I suppose. One actuator. I wonder if there's a roll actuator in the feet. But this is bringing power to the rest of the whole thing. There's, I'll talk about the hands, but I mean, look at this. This is the first gimbal design I've seen for hands. Like I've never seen any other company do this. Like not even in research papers or on YouTube or like hobbyist levels. And for some reason, this makes so much sense. Like why was it not always like this? I can imagine if the actuator, well, you don't want to. The further down you have your actuator, the more of your capacity is being lost on just carrying the hand instead of actually using it, like if it was further up like with Tesla. But it seems like the actuator is so tiny and so compact and probably powerful, because you see like it's like a clevis joint that the motor is attached to here, right? Or am I have to look at let's look at the whole thing. I'm pretty sure like hard surface modelers are getting a big kick out of like this is the sort of thing you would practice with to figure out like some hard surface modeling. It's such a good looking thing. And here's the highlight of this video for me personally. You see the hands, the fingers? I don't think those are just your average. I mean, obviously nothing is average here, but I don't think those are your average linkage driven fingers because of how they move. Like, you see, if your fingers can do this without fully curling, it means that there's more than just having a set of linkage throughout each finger. There's probably more actuation happening per finger that allows you to do that. I don't see any motion in this direction. What am I showing? Okay, I don't see any motion in like making the hands go wider, but I see a lot of control in curling the fingers. Fourth generation. Wait. Fourth generation 16 degrees of freedom. Wonder how that counts. I imagine this is 1, this is 2. So that is gonna be 8. Maybe the thumb will probably also pivot. So that's 9. It closes 10. 16 in hand. I imagine this 16 degrees of freedom that they're talking about is the fingers and the roll and yaw of the wrist also. I can't believe it's just 16 fingers. 16 degrees of freedom in here is kind of crazy. That is so good. 6 cameras. Honestly though, I mean, I'm sure they will add stuff to it, but this is kind of a no for me. Like just having a hole in your head, you know? I wonder why couldn't it be behind this visor, like behind this head shield? That'd be more like clean and oh, there's a bunch here down here. Onboard AI inference. It's funny how when they walk backwards, how do they know there's something behind them? Oh, there was a bunch of cameras in the back, like in the shoulders almost, back of the shoulders. Right, this is probably another pocket for the cameras. Production line plant. Haha, look at these scuffed marks from dropping things probably. See, that's how these robots end up being like post-apocalyptic looking like in 6 months because they drop a bunch of shit on themselves. Like you heal, right? Like these characters don't. So you're gonna like end up seeing them with all sorts of like, these are cool marks, I guess. 100% autonomous neural network learned placement. Oh, see how gentle that is. Self-correcting learned behavior. Didn't they kind of already showcase this? I feel there was another video I saw that was showing this. Bro, I don't know if this was for like aesthetics of it, but you see how busted these containers are? I wonder if like these robots ran into them. Like this is kind of crazy. Or like you can see these marks here on this other one. That's interesting. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, let's go. I don't think the foot. This is a better view of the foot here. I'm trying to understand what is happening. It seems like this is almost like maybe like a 4-bar linkage of some kind, right? One pivot, then you have a linkage going through here, I assume. But this is such a beautiful. I have a boot by a cold wall, a cold think it's called Converse. They have an interesting name. I forgot what they're called. Boots. This thing. No, like this pattern is so similar. I mean, that is so cool, man. Yeah, but I'm trying to think if there's another actuator here that helps with another degree of freedom. I wonder what could be the use case of that really then. If you have a wide enough wheelbase, or like your feet are wide enough from each other, the placement of them. But yeah, I wonder what is here. Can't really tell from this alone. Two separate panels here, but look at the treads. So beautiful. Right, this is a linkage. I'm not crazy. I mean, this looks like a clevis to me. I just don't. Maybe. Yeah, this could very well be like a bearing of some kind here. This could be a linkage. Oh, wait. This does look like a different material, right? It's not just the lighting. I imagine this is some kind of a more slip resistant TPU of some kind. Range of motion 148, 50 millimeter. Which actuator is that? 150, 135. That's pretty sweet. And this is like how it hard stops. I actually don't know how. I'm not gonna comment on the control of these characters, but I wonder, because these two sit on top of each other and you hear it click if the sound was on. You see? 150, 195. See these elements? These are almost like one of those like features you add to your design to make it look more futuristic. But it looks so good here because they haven't overdone it. Like, it's so subtle and so beautiful. Yeah, I will look into this actuator design later in detail. In California, I'm trying to understand what are these. Huh. Honestly, I can't tell immediately what these are. They look interesting though. This is some kind of a glossy cap that sits on top of them. I don't even remember seeing anything glossy in there. Oh, those were these features, like those features in the hand, like they were just blown up. But okay, look at this thing. And like, I just looked at this image on LinkedIn the other day, and I saw there's no, there's no linkage here, or there's no like direct flange of a motor or something. I was like, bro, this is insane. Because imagine you would have to bring all of your cables and your, well, I mean, it's possible they didn't use like cables to power up all the actuators inside here, but like all the cable management you had to go through to like drive the hand with linkages and like motors right at the fingers. This would have been so messy, like with all these, similar. I mean, not to like this. Oh, this is figure 2. I wonder what they did here. Look at this. You remember? Such a huge difference. You see how like chunky and weird this is? Like how elegant this is? It's incredible. You see, just the fact that the finger can come all the way up here and not curl. I would have to look into the design of these. So one thing I realized about like these promotions or like these companies is that you can't even find how they did these on like research papers, because obviously these are not research institutions anymore. Like, they don't have to share their progress or their methodology. But because they make money, they probably have to patent everything they make. So all their shit is on just Google patent. Like you can just go there and search with the company and see a good bit of the stuff they've done. That's how I know how most of the like Disney Imagineering robots work, because they just have to patent it so they can make money off it. Wait a minute. I don't wanna do this, but what am I doing? Anything here? Yeah, I don't believe it shows much. I kind of want to understand how these perforated squishy things work, or what's their purpose. Yeah, it's harder to tell. Damn, from this angle, looks like figure 2 is caked up. Oh, I mean, look at this. It's so beautiful. Ooh, these ridges too. I will look into these as well. These are cool. I don't know what's... I wonder what these are. But aren't these like a pinch point? Like if you get near this robot and it tilts... Well, not this one. But maybe some of the legs or maybe something here could be pinched. Or like a baby. This is how... You know how, what this looks like? The Porsche... mirrors, the Porsche mirrors on the side, Porsche 911 mirror. You see, this is kind of like how these look like, although maybe it's not 911, it was a different... Oh, this thing, that looks so similar, but it looks so good. This is probably just a cover for the whole thing. I wonder... I'm gonna look into this. It'd be harder to tell right now. Yeah, these are the other cameras. Because it was just walking backwards. I was like, what if something has changed behind you since you looked back? Because I can't believe you're just gonna memorize what happened behind you and then just walk backwards. And this thing, the whole mesh fabric thingy that's connecting, that's where it's at. I'm working on my own robotic personal project right now. I'm making a silicone skin for my character. You can do so much cool stuff, just turning the head of your character around, like looking up and down. I love this kind of stuff, and it looks so good when it's in its neutral position. Also, the shoulders look like they're backwards. No, here, like they look like, or maybe this is a specific pose. No, they do look like they go back. This is really unique. Like the shoulder design. It's like how they're angled backwards. Imagine these are some kind of heat sink. I don't see the feet tilting in any way. See, like all of these things tilting. Yeah, I wonder, imagine if you're not gonna tilt your like, that's probably just a big cover then, like on the foot, you know what I mean? Because I don't think there's another actuator down here. Seems like it mostly, like it doesn't use the tip of the fingers as much. It uses like something in between. That was cool. Anyways, I'm gonna make it boring. Super cool stuff. I'm stoked. I'm gonna go look into some of this new development. Probably